Kasese district currently has 4 local radio stations, but by the end of October 2021, we were actually surprised when we learned of another urban independent radio station, and it is online. We tried to go around to dive into this and discover who is behind this brain. And today, I am very able to explain to you that I have encountered Mr. Kihembo Wilbert, a man who is behind this an independent radio station. We are going to discuss with him a number of questions and try to know what exactly forced him to do this. And in this discussion, take a look. Wilbert Kihembo, a resident of Salute SL in Nyamwamba Division, Kasese Municipality, always wanted to become a media practitioner. Kihembo's passion for being a journalist is traced back to his childhood. 2 decades on, Kihembo is now living his boyhood dream. Currently, he has put an independent online radio using his personal computer. Even though it was Kihembo's boyhood dream of becoming a journalist, it was last month that he started his online Snow FM radio. Yeah, Mr. Kihembo, nice to meet you this afternoon. We have learned that you decided to come up with the radio station. I want to really know who is Mr. Kihembo. Kihembo is a 3rd child of Reverend Wilson Mali and Defroza Massacre, all residents of Salute SL. He is among the 13 people born with cerebral palsy in Kasese district. Kihembo, who did not walk at the age of 5 years, does not regret it. At the age of 8 years, Kihembo went to Beskambo Primary School in Kasese town. You said you started your school life at Beskambo Primary School, and after that Beskambo Primary School, where did you go, and currently where are you? Later, he went to Daylight Christian School for Primary 3 until he completed his primary level. He joined Bright Academy Secondary School for O and A levels. He later joined IUEA University and is currently in his 2nd year pursuing a degree in computer science. Mr. Kihembo says he joined the higher institution of learning to master computer skills so that he develops more computer programs. According to him, his first computer was donated by a friend at Kagando Hospital, where his father was working as the hospital administrator. I know you told me that this radio station only took you around 6 months. What exactly helped you to understand all these the modules? Do you really have someone who is behind you? Now, Kihembo boasted his computer literacy, something attributed to his efforts to use tutorials to train himself about computer programming. Kihembo believes everyone has the capability of, if given an opportunity, to change the world into a better place. He proposes to the government to lower the internet rates so that many able-bodied and disabled youth are able to innovate and create job opportunities for many unemployed. Asked how he bet the idleness during the lockdown that was announced by government to stop the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, Kihembo revealed that he used the 2 years period to hatch the idea of promoting Kasese music. Your story is very inspirational. I have liked it, but let's really know, when did you develop this idea of becoming almost a journalist, if not an innovator? He says his dream was to establish the first independent urban media house in Kasese. 3 radio stations in the district are owned by church-based faith organizations, and UBC Kenya is a purely state-owned radio station. Kihembo thought he would be the first person to also establish the first television in the area, but someone else is doing it before him. He then developed Concho Vibes website, where he has continued uploading music purely composed and produced in Kasese. The aim is to give the local music more audience. After witnessing the increasing viewership of the website, he started developing the idea of starting an independent online radio. The online radio is now the favorite household name among the youths in Kasese town. The foothill of Rwenzori Mountain others are listening to the radio globally. Surprisingly, Kihembo happily revealed that currently people like Snow Radio more than downloading music on his platform. Kihembo explained that he did not hustle a lot to look for the name of his radio. He named it after snow found on Rwenzori Mountain. The highest peak of the Rwenzori reaches 5,109 meters, and the range's upper regions are permanently snow-capped and glaciated. Kihembo adds that in addition to promoting local content, the online radio will be a vehicle to advocate for inclusiveness. That even those without smartphones will not be left behind. Already, he has lined up a team of youth passionate to present informative, educative, and entertaining shows. He plans to start airing both visual and audio shows. You told us that your intention is to address some of the challenges facing people with disabilities, but I understand that most of the children, especially who are disabled, are from families which are unable to afford even a phone, especially the smartphones. How basically do you think the communication that will be through this radio station will reach the other low-income earners? He told me that disability is not inability. Now, Kihembo is appealing to well-wishers to connect him to various international media donors so that his long-term dreams are realized. I understand that internet in Uganda is really too expensive. Do you think if government tries to subsidize, especially to reduce on the internet rates, this would really encourage the young ones, especially the youth, also to be more creative and innovative? As per now, Snow FM is not accessed by people staying in hard-to-reach areas because of poor telecommunication networks, but also the low-income earners are unable to afford the 12% income tax levied on the internet in Uganda. If I want to run a similar radio station, perhaps online, how much money am I likely to incur, especially to ensure that my radio is on vis-a-vis the high rates of internet in Uganda? Kihembo is very optimistic that if he is supported, he would start recording shows and develop a system of sending the recordings to people owning small mobile phones. Kihembo is also running a community-based organization called the Voice of the Youth with Disabilities, which has so far 5 people with cerebral palsy. Story compiled by Joel Kaguta. Thank you, Mr. Kihembo, for your story. Indeed, your story is really too inspirational. Dear viewer, after listening to Mr. Kihembo's story, you would realize that given enough resources, given ample time, any person can do something very tremendous. See how Mr. Kihembo, given his outlook, given his way of living, he has shown the whole world that KASESE, Uganda, East Africa, Africa can produce a powerful innovator. He's joining the big men and women who are owning multimedia organizations in the world. If you really want to exactly test what I have really told you about, especially about Mr. Kihembo, just really click on the link.